Okay, now it's time to continue the material creation for MetalHead. I'm going to add two folders. First one is base layer, and the second one is second material. So for the second material, I'm going to use the mask here. Okay, so let's add a black mask and put all these layers in here and remove, or we can use the mask itself in second layer material. That's it. So let's remove the mask. Okay, like this one. Let's apply normal blending to all channel for the folder. Okay, and for the base layer, I'm going to use steel painted. Okay, according to the references that we collect before, as you can see, the pattern area is solid white and it's so reflective. So this is the material that we want to create here. And for inside, we have a black or darker metal section. So we are in a good way and good path. So let's go for the base layer. Okay, let's just modify the roughness. That's it. Increase the detail intensity. Okay, and play with the rust value here. That's it. Let's add a color variation and use a fill layer, like for example dirt number 1. Yeah, as you can see, it's a good one. So I'm going to increase the tiling to 2, and I just need to have color and roughness. Okay, so let's change the color to something like darker. Okay, like this, or maybe we can add some color value in here. Yeah, and play with the roughness itself. Yeah, this one. I think it's okay for this base layer. That's it. We can play with the height value again and increase it, or we can completely reverse that like this, but it's not logical. So let's keep it negative. Yeah, this one is okay, but it's not good for displacement modeling technique. Maybe we increase it to 0.8. Yeah, that's it. So let's go for the second material, and I'm going to add a dirt layer in here, and let's create an anchor point here. Okay, let's add a black mask. I'm going to add a generator like dirt. You can use different generator here. It's not a big problem to use, for example, curvature and multiply a fill layer on it. It's okay. So let's turn on macro height and use the second material mask here. As you can see, yeah, it's connected. And we can play with the grunge amount, dirt level, curvature intensity, AO radius, depth to achieve what we want. Yeah, like this. And I just need to have color, roughness, metallic. Okay, for the color, I'm going to use a darker color. Okay, and for the roughness, value should be higher. And that's it. Let's control the mass again. Okay, I'm going to decrease the dirt level. Okay. And yeah. Let's decrease the opacity of the color. And maybe change the grunge amount. Like this one. And it's okay. So let's go back to the mask here. Okay, I'm going to turn off all of that. And in here, I can add a filter like blur. Okay, blur the mask, and I can use the level to make a smoother corner here, like this. Yeah, it's so much better instead of this. So we can control the smooth amount in here. Yeah, like this one. So maybe this dirt can make some noise in here. So let's change the parameter like metallic. Okay, let's remove the metallic. Yeah, I think it's better. Okay. And yeah. So let's add color variation for second material. Color number 1. I just need color. And let's add the black mask. I'm going to use Perlin noise for this one. Okay, Perlin noise. Let's increase the tiling, decrease the balance. Okay, and change the color to something like maybe a little bluish. Okay. Yeah, we have this kind of effect. Let's give the tiling 1 and play with the balance. Okay, the location of the color, I think it's good. So let's change the blending mode to something like overlay and play with the opacity value. Yeah. Let's create the color variation number 2. Okay, I just need color, and this color can be like dark brown, for example, like this one. And we can change the blending mode to difference, insop, darken, or even soft light. Yeah, maybe soft light. It's good. Let's add some color value and change it to tint. Yeah, maybe this one is good, pin light. Okay, but I need to decrease it to 30, for example, or 40. Yeah, it's good. Let's change it to 50. Okay, let's add a black mask and a fill layer. And now we can use some grunge for that. Yeah, for example, moisture. Yeah, I think moisture is good. Okay, let's increase the tiling to 3. And boom, we can add roughness to this one and play with the roughness too. Yeah, like this. Okay. And I think this is enough for the color variation. Let's add roughness variation. Okay, let's add a black mask. I'm going to use a fill layer like stained leak. Yeah, this one is good. Okay, let's decrease the scale, and yeah, I think it's good. So let's keep the color and the roughness. Okay, like this. Yeah, and we can decrease the opacity here. And yeah. Okay, this is for the roughness variation number 1. I'm going to add roughness variation number 2 for all MetalHead. Let's add a black mask, add the fill layer. In here, I'm going to use fingerprint. Okay, this one. We can increase the tiling to something like 5. Invert it. Okay, let's bring it back, and now in the layer itself, let's keep the color and the roughness. For the color, I go with the dark color, and in the roughness, let's put it on 0.6. So let's go to the roughness channel. Okay, now we can see the result. Okay, so maybe a little play with the balance is a good idea. So yeah, I think it's too much. Let's change the opacity for the color to 30. Yeah, it's good. It's good right now. And I'm going to add the brush linear type material in here. So let's go for the second material. I'm going to add a fill layer. So let's call it brush and add a black mask. Okay. So let's add a paint. I'm going to use dirt brush, dirt number 1 in here. And let's add our mask. Okay, like this. I'm going to paint it here. And press X to reverse it. Okay. Let's change the color to something like red to see what happened here. Okay. That's it. Let's decrease size and clean up this area. Now, I just need to keep the color to something like dark gray, and I need roughness and metallic. Okay. And let's add a filter like linear. Yeah, matte finish linear. And boom, we just need to have normal here. Let's play with the scale, intensity, length, and yeah. So let's play with the roughness, and we need to define the metallic value. Let's use a white value in here. Yeah, we do the job. For your project, you can bring it back, this line, for example, in here, but I prefer to have this mask in here. And even we can do that. Yeah, we can add a paint here and use shape. Okay, let's turn on the distance and mask. Okay, we did it before this step, but I prefer to remove it. But now maybe we should add this one. Okay, so this time we have the mask and we can decide, is it good or not? Yeah. It's perfect. Actually, it's perfect. We can even do this in here, as you can see. Let's go to the mask. We can even use the 2D view to do this. Okay, let's keep just blur and level and this fill layer. Okay, so the problem is, okay, let's add paint. Go to the brush library, and we are just using dirt number one, the jitter and the all the setting related to that brush. So let's go for the basic soft. It's a better brush for the purpose that we have here. Okay, now I just need to brush out. Okay, let's change the blending mode to linear. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, it's much better. It's so much better. So let's go back to the brush, and I just need to add this layer like this. Yeah. And let's add another paint layer. I'm going to change the blending mode to subtract and use, for example, dirt number one brush or dirt number two. To subtract this area. Okay. That's it. So let's go back to the brush and play with the value of the layer. For example, I want to remove brush intensity. Yeah, that's enough. That's enough for this section, and we can play with the roughness again. Yeah, it's much better. So, okay, now it's time to add the final layer outside the folder before dirt, which is scratches. I'm going to add a black mask, add a fill layer, and load the scratches. Okay, in here, and let's increase the tiling to 3. And okay, let's play with the slider here. And that's it. So we have these scratches, and I can add a filter like warp and decrease the intensity. Okay. Now I need color, height, roughness, and metallic. A value of the height should be negative. Okay, like this. And the color should be on soft light and pure white. Okay, the roughness should be on, for example, 0.9, and the metallic should be on 0. That's it. Okay, so let's play with the, yeah, let's remove the metallic channel because it affects on the color and we don't want it. Everything is okay. Let's play with the scratch itself, and I'm going to add another fill layer and use grunge scratches fine. Let's bring up the contrast and bring down the balance. Okay, change the tiling amount, and blending mode should be on linear dodge. Okay. Yeah, that's it. We can play with the scratches amount or balance. Okay, this is good. And yeah, we can decrease the opacity. Yeah, it's okay. It's final for this material. We can play and add more details and layers for the metal part, but I think it's enough because the main focus of this project is working on the wood section, and it's okay to have this. And let's add final layer here. I'm going to call it sharpen. Change the blending mode to pass and apply to all channel. Let's add filter, sharpen. Okay. And yeah, this is good. Let's bring down the sharpen to 0.2 or maybe 0.3, and boom, we have it. You can add the sharpen on a height channel. I don't recommend that. You can do it on a normal. It's good. You can do it on AO. It's even good. And you can do it on metal, but it's not effective like that. So we keep sharpen for color, roughness, normal, and AO at the same time. And we are ready to export. But let's add some light in here for the text. So let's add a fill layer. I'm going to call it emissive, but we don't have any channel for emissive. So let's go to the setting and add emissive channel. Okay. And we just need to have color and emissive. And in here, I need to turn on the emissive for the base layer. So for this one, I just need to load anchor point related to the letter mask, but we don't have it. So let's go back to the wood handle folder. And in here, I have letters. So let's add an anchor point here. And we are going to recall it in here. So boom. And maybe we just need to define a color for the emissive, like this. And we need to define the same color in the emissive and the base color. Okay. And let's add normal and just apply to all channel. It's a good way to control the detail from the down layers. Okay. Let's add a filter like bevel. Yeah. And that's it. Without bevel and with bevel. So in this way we can control and give so much realistic look for the emissive part. And that's it. Okay, maybe we can add a filter like HSL. Okay, and change the hue saturation for color and emissive at the same time. Desaturation, lightness, and yeah. So let's export the texture from Substance Painter. I'm going to use Ctrl-Shift-E to bring export texture. Let's add a path for the output directory. And let's change the output template to Unreal Engine 4 plus height. Change the bit depth to 16 and change resolution for the export texture to 4K. And now I just need to press export. And we are ready to go to start the process of rendering this project in Marmoset Toolbag. So let's go for the Marmoset Toolbag.